today we're going to be talking a little bit more about the proof of weak hands scam. We're going to be breaking it down a little bit more because that's what the majority of people who are in the scam group had a problem with my last video, because I actually didn't go too in-depth into the actual scam, and we're actually going to be talking about my past video on it a little bit as well. So let's go ahead and talk about the elephant in the room first, and that is the 400 plus dislikes that my last video on the proof of weak hands scam got. Now, do I actually believe that there are 400 people that disliked this video? No, I don't. I generally never get that many dislikes for a video, and I'm actually going to go ahead and break it down for you today and explain what actually happened, at least what I think happened. So to start off, I'm going to actually show you my analytics. I have it up on the screen, but I'll go ahead and blow it up for people watching so they can see a bigger picture. This is where primarily most of my viewerships come from. I am in the United States, and generally the country that you're in, that's where the majority of the views are going to be coming from. So the majority of my views come from the United States, followed by the United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, and Germany. Now, most of these countries, with the exception of Germany, are primarily English-speaking countries. I speak English here in America, and generally countries that don't speak English, I generally get almost no viewers from because, you know, I only speak in English and I don't have subtitles for other languages, so there's really no reason for people like that to watch my videos. So with that out of the way, I'm going to actually bring up a likes-dislikes ratio for one of my past videos, and this video was, Is Craig Grant Broke? It was talking about Craig Grant, how he was trying to tell people that he's broke, and then I showed at the end of the video that he has over $100,000 in his Steemit wallet. So that was a blatant lie, but I'll actually go ahead and bring up the likes, dislikes for that video, and you can see right here, this is the likes, dislikes for that video, and you can see the dislikes in red, the likes in green, and the dislikes are fairly even among the different countries. That's just generally how real likes and dislikes works. It goes up and down a little bit, but it's fairly even among the different countries. That's how organic likes and dislikes work. Now I'm going to actually bring up my likes and dislikes for the last video, the proof of weak hands video, and you can see I put dislikes on top. You can see that a lot of these countries, like Ukraine and Russia, which primarily aren't English-speaking countries, I got all dislikes and not a single like. You can see the United States is the only one on this list that has a bunch of likes, but a lot of these, Ukraine, Russia, and Indonesia and Thailand, I actually got 4 likes from Thailand, but primarily dislikes. You can see that generally this does not happen. In an organic video, you don't get a country that's going to give you all dislikes for a video and no likes. That just generally doesn't happen unless your video is absolutely horrible, which in my opinion, I don't think the video was absolutely horrible, because while it did get 400 dislikes, it also got about 400 likes as well. Now, why do I believe this actually happened? The belief I have is that someone with the Proof of Weak Hands group actually went out and bought dislikes for my video. So you can find plenty of sites like this online. You can see this site has 100 dislikes for only $20. You can purchase that. You put in the YouTube link that you want the dislikes to go to, and then within 24 hours, those dislikes will show up on the video. Now, in my opinion, that is what happened with my video. Now, why am I telling you this? Is it because I'm so upset? I'm just so sad that my video got so many dislikes and it broke my heart. No, that's not what I'm doing. I'm just showing you this to show you that the depths that these scam groups will go to. Now, this has happened before. Back when I did my BitConnect videos, this would happen as well. I would see all of a sudden, you know, 60, 70, 80 dislikes from countries like Indonesia or India, which I never get viewerships from. Again, I'll pull up where most of my viewers come from, and I never get viewers from countries like this. Primarily, these countries are the countries that these buy likes or dislikes channels are for. These websites are from, so that's where these views will come from. Again, this is against YouTube's policy to buy likes, dislikes, but you know, a lot of these third world countries will do programs like this because it can make pretty good money. Now, generally in the past, when I did BitConnect videos, back when BitConnect was up, I would get tons of dislikes, tons of very hateful comments, and I do believe that's a big reason why a lot of big YouTubers didn't really talk badly about BitConnect until it went down, because I would notice that would happen on other people's videos as well. These scam groups, they're, you know, very close-knit groups, and if anyone talks badly about their program, they try and, you know, completely burn that guy or that guy's channel into the ground. That actually happened with Ken Bozak, Craig Grant. At least this is Ken Bozak's idea of what happened. Says that Craig Grant sent him a link, and when he clicked on the link, there was a Trojan in it, and someone got into his account and hacked his account and completely wiped out all his social media. And he's since been trying to grow his channel back ever since. But that is what these scam groups will do. They really have no morals. They just want to shut all these channels that talk badly about their scams down. And I believe that's what happened with my video. Someone purchased a bunch of dislikes to make the video look bad. From there, let's go ahead and look at some of the reaction videos that people put out about my video. And the first video comes from this guy, Crypto Yardy. He actually put out a video talking about my video, and let's go ahead and take a quick look at that video.
He goes on to say that the site, they've got it's basically a pyramid scheme, and it's a parody and satire, and it's tongue-in-cheek. That's what the guy said. You've answered your own question there. Yes, this parody and satire is tongue-in-cheek. And as I said, your brain and your lightsaber are very tiny, so you seem as if you do not get it. He said that there's a pyramid as their main image. There is a pyramid on your US dollar. My good sir, I don't see what that's got to do with anything. He thinks basically they're having a laugh at us, and he's come to think that he can have a laugh as well.
Okay, so if you want to see the full video, I'll have a link to that below in the description if you want to take a look at that. But generally, I'll break it down for you. It's 8 minutes of him basically saying, I have a tiny lightsaber and that my wife is going to leave me. There's two problems with that. My lightsaber is perfectly fine, and I'm not married, so there's really no issues with that. But basically, it's 8 minutes of him just saying that over and over and over, and he doesn't really have any proof that he's talking about proof of weak hands of why this is a good program. He's just saying the same thing about me repeatedly for 8 minutes. It's actually, you know, it's a good troll video. I gotta say, it's a little funny, but actual like information provided, I'd give it like a C-. It's not really that great. But from there, we're going to go to the next guy that actually talked on my video, and this is where it starts to get a little bit crazy. It starts to get a little bit like cultish. Let's talk about this next guy. Okay, so this next video I got was from a guy named Harj. I believe that's how you say his name. Again, I'll have a link below if you actually want to see his video as well. But this is where it started to get a little bit creepy. A 6-minute video just ranting on how dumb I am and I don't know anything about proof of weak hands. The problem I have with this guy is that he actually commented on every single one of the comments on my video. It's very weird. It's very like Scientologist, cultish type thing. He went down the list and commented on every single person that left a comment on this video. There's literally a bunch of his comments. I read through the list and I saw over 50 comments from him, and then over 50 I just stopped counting because it was ridiculous. He literally posted on every single comment. Now for Harj, I just want to say, buddy, you got to calm down. You got to take a deep breath and then calmly go to your nearest insane asylum and get yourself a nice padded room, because you are crazy, bro. Absolutely crazy. Now, the last guy I actually want to talk about is, of course, Craig Grant. Craig Grant actually posted on my video, and he actually, you know, very selflessly posted his proof of weak hands referral link. So there you go. If anyone wants to get involved in that, you can use Craig Grant's referral link. Such a nice guy putting that out there for everyone. I really appreciate that, Craig Grant. Thank you very much. Now, why do I show you this? The reason is I just want to point out how cultish, again, a lot of these scam groups are. BitConnect was very much in the same way. Like I told you about Ken Bozak and, you know, getting hacked and his account completely getting shut down. And any video that was bad about BitConnect would get tons of dislikes and hateful comments. That is now happening with proof of weak hands. This is going to continue to happen with any scam from here to eternity. That's just how these groups work. Primarily people like Craig Grant, and I'm assuming this Harj guy, this is primarily how they're making their money. This is their primary source of income. So when you try and say something bad about these scam groups, they want to shut you down because basically I'm attacking their source of income. Okay, and from there, now we're going to go a little bit more into the proof of weak hands scam. Now, in my last video, I didn't go too in-depth into this, and that was primarily because if you come to the site, you can see in literally 2 minutes that this is a joke. Someone made this, it's very tongue-in-cheek, it's made as a joke. And, you know, I really didn't think anyone would think this was a legit program, but apparently there are hundreds of people pimping this out to other people saying this is a completely legit program and you should throw all your Ethereum into this. So we're going to go ahead and break this down a little bit more. I'm actually going to take one of the comments from my video and then just respond to that as well. So one of the comments from this guy, DC Lobby, this is his comment, he says, "Why are you ignoring the limited 1 ETH early buy-in? Why are up ignoring the decentralized nature of this project as opposed to BitConnect? Why are you ignoring divs?" I believe he means dividends. "Why are you ignoring the impossibility of an exit scam? Why are you ignoring the stabilizing price function at high levels? Oh wait, I know, because you're a lying pinhead." Okay, so this comment is quite funny, and most of the comments say primarily the same thing over and over and over. So we'll go ahead and break this comment down, and that'll be a response to pretty much all of the comments on the page. So as far as the first question, why are you ignoring the limited 1 ETH early buy-in? Obviously, the devs had to set it up that way. If they set it up where, you know, one person could buy the majority of the coins up front, then this scam never would have worked. Other people wouldn't have joined if someone had, you know, 60, 70% of the supply up front. So that's how the pyramid scheme works. They have to have a small amount. So literally the people in the very front can only get a small amount as opposed to having 60%. If they had that, then again, no one would join under them because they know the whales would just dump all their coins on them. His second question, why are you ignoring the decentralized nature of this project as opposed to BitConnect? Now, this is a talking point that a lot of these people are trying to push. This doesn't mean anything. It really doesn't. Just because it is on a smart contract does not mean that it is also not a scam. Craig Grant actually talks about it in one of his past videos. He talks about another scam group and trying to get them involved. And he's saying, he basically says in the video, he knows it's a scam. And he says, you know, this whole blockchain-based scams like BitConnect, that's the past. That's done. You need to get on this new smart contract scams. That's how you're going to make all the money. Just because something's decentralized does not mean that it's not a scam. Decentralized is just a word that they're throwing out there to try and throw you off the scent. This is a scam. They think, oh, you know, people like decentralized stuff, so we'll put this word in there, and then people know it's not a scam. That's not the case. From there, let's go to his next three questions, and that's why are you ignoring the dividends, why are you ignoring the impossibility of an exit scam, and why are you ignoring the stabilizing price function at high levels? So first off, about the dividends portion of that. So basically, if you buy the coin and hold it, you get dividends when other people sell. So if other people have weak hands and they sell their coins, you get a percentage of the ETH that you get from them selling their coins. That's just how it works, and that incentivizes people to continue to hold their coins when other people are selling. Now, there's two reasons why this is not that important, why I actually didn't talk about that, is because as more and more people get into the program and hold their coins, the dividends that they get from people selling the coins are going to get less and less as it's split among more and more people. So the dividends is going to become, to a point, if there's tons of people holding, the dividends you're going to get are going to be very, very small. So that's really not that much of a selling point. And then on the flip side of that, if a ton of people sell their coins, the price of the coin goes way down, so the dividend amount you would get is again going to decrease significantly. So it's really a lose-lose. If a bunch of people hold the coin, your dividend is very, very small. If a bunch of people sell the coin, the price of the coin goes way down per ether, and then the amount of ether dividend you get will be way, way less, as opposed to only if a few people sell. So that's really, the dividend only comes into play if only a few people are selling at a time and there's not a lot of people holding. From there, we look at why are you ignoring the impossibility of an exit scam. So that seems to be their main selling point about this program, is that it's on a smart contract. You can look at the smart contract online, and because it's a smart contract, there's no way people can exit scam. The problem I have with that is that this program, PoWH3D. It's called 3D because there were two versions of this before that. There was PoWH 1 and PoWH 2, and now this is PoWH3D. Now, why is that? Because the other two programs already went down. Now, they're claiming that those first two programs got hacked. That's really not something you want to tell your followers, that, oh yeah, the first two programs of the same exact thing got hacked, but now this one's solid, guys. It's never going anywhere. I don't really know why that's their one selling point, but, you know, even if it is on a smart contract and it can't be hacked and no one can run away with the money, that doesn't excuse the fact that it, again, is still a pyramid scheme. So I'll actually go ahead and pull up a picture of a pyramid scheme right here. So this is how a pyramid scheme works. In order for the pyramid to continue to work, you need to get more people to sign up under you. That's how it works, because the dividends are being paid up to the people who are already there, and you need more and more people putting money into the program to continue to give out dividends. And that is another thing. They say that you get dividends just for holding the coin, and that's not the case. The project doesn't just magically produce ether. You're getting ether from new people who are buying the coins, and then you get a percentage of that. That is where the dividends come from. And that only works as long as people continue to buy the coin. As long as more people, like this pyramid shows, as long as more people continue to buy the coin. For example, if, like you can see the fourth tier, if the same amount of people in the fifth tier were in the fourth tier, then the dividends would dry up because you need more people to pay back the people who are already in the program. That's what happened with BitConnect. It grew so large that eventually they weren't able to get enough new people to pay all the people who were already in the project. So basically, this project only lasts as long as they get the word out. That's why they talk so much about it. That's why if you see Craig Grant's videos, a lot of his videos, all of his videos are talking about proof of weak hands now, because they need to get tons and tons of people into the project. Now, the creators of Proof of Weak Hands, they know this, but it is on a smart contract, and so if the contract doesn't get hacked, it will last until it just runs out of money. So with BitConnect, they just ran away and they blamed it on the government, and that's why they shut down. But really, it's just because they ran out of money, and if they had actually stayed, people would have realized that their income would have just dried up from that. That's what's going to happen with Proof of Weak Hands. There's not going to be anyone able to run away with the money, but people are just going to see their dividends just slowly dry up over time, and then they're going to get nothing returned from it, and then people are going to start selling their coins off like crazy because it's no longer bringing any money in. Now, another thing people in the program like to say is that once people start selling off, you'll make a ton of money because you get dividends when people sell their coins. And that's simply not the case, because as people sell the coins, the price of the smart contract makes the price of the actual coin go down compared to Ethereum. So you'll be getting less and less because the coins are worth less and less. So eventually you'll just be getting fractions of a cent, and then you'll have all these worthless coins that are literally worth no money at all, and you'll be able to sell them for literally fractions of a penny. Now again, like I've talked in the past, this site is a complete joke, and people end up sending them money because they think it's funny. But a lot of people got behind this Proof of Weak Hands coin, and they're trying to pass it off as a legit program, which it is not. So I need people to get the word out that this is a fake program, this is a pyramid scheme, and if you get involved in this, there's chances are you're going to lose a lot of your money. And to sign off, the last thing I will show you, I'm going to actually show you the code for the Proof of Weak Hands, and that's here on the Ethereum scan right here. And you can see Proof of Weak Hands, that's what it is. And the contract name, I want you to take a look at what the contract name is. It is called Ponzi Token version 3. The developers are the people who wrote the code, and they decided to name the project Ponzi Token version 3. They're blatantly saying to your face, this is a Ponzi program. Now, why anyone would still get involved with this, which is a blatant Ponzi scheme, the devs are shouting it right in your face. Hey guys, it's a Ponzi, look right here. We named the contract Ponzi Token version 3. It's beyond me that people continue to put money into programs like this. Now again, this is a smart contract, so like they said, if the website gets shut down, the smart contract will still exist, so no one can really shut it down. But I just want you to know people like government agencies like the FBI, they track people's wallets. They absolutely track people's wallets at this point. I know Coinbase tracks wallets, so if Coinbase tracks wallets, I guarantee you the FBI tracks wallets. So I guarantee you they know people like Trayvon and Craig Grant are in these programs. They're watching their wallets, and they can tell that they're getting involved in these scams. And I guarantee you this is going to come up when they start talking about their, the BitConnect lawsuit. So I just want people to be very careful. I guarantee you, if you get involved in something like this and you're making a ton of money, someone is watching your wallet. I guarantee it, because the Ethereum wallet is not, it's not a private wallet like the Monero wallets. You just need to be very careful out there in the cryptocurrency world, everyone. So this is my response video to my last proof of weak hands, and we went a little bit more in depth into the proof of weak hands pyramid scheme. So if you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave them below. I'm sure someone from the proof of weak hands team will buy a bunch of dislikes for this video as well, but that's okay. Try and stay safe, everyone out there in the cryptocurrency world.